a video. Hi. It's obviously been like forever since I actually made anything. So what am I doing here? Well, I kind of thought I might try something I'm going to call 10-minute Mondays. Who knows how long that's going to last, but the idea behind it is that on every Monday I will sit down, I'll put a timer on for 10 minutes and just try and film something within 10 minutes, and then I'll try and spend 10 minutes editing, and then I just chuck something up on the internet and see what comes out of it, because it's better doing something of terrible quality than nothing, I think. Okay, I know I'm like over a month late on doing this, but I really wanted to make a video talking about the World Science Festival in Brisbane because it was awesome. What I loved most about WSF was how it really brought in people from all different ages and different ethnicities and different language backgrounds. There were just so many people. I volunteered at 2 different talks during WSF. One was Under the Microscope and the other one was Reality Since Einstein. Under the Microscope talks from an astronaut, astronomer, a psychiatrist, all these different speakers, and they were all just so passionate, and they were just sharing stories about what science means to them and how it relates to their life story. I remember one quote from one of the speakers, and he said, "Science is peace." And he said science is peace because he was friends with a guy who was of a different race to him during a time period in America where that wasn't fully accepted, and they were friends because they just do science experiments together. As a follow-up, I really found that too, watching the science themed panel discussion on Q&A that happened the following week, and they were so passionate and so enthusiastic, and the response on the Twitter feed was amazing, like so positive, and World Science Festival was such a positive event. I loved how Reality Since Einstein presented 100 years now of science research in this beautiful story arc that has culminated in the discovery of the gravitational waves recently. That's the thing, that's what science is. It's this story of the universe, the physical universe as we know it, and science is just this never-ending addition to the story. I think it's an awesome, respectful way to learn about the world around us, and I think that was really, demonstrated by the enthusiasm at the World Science Festival. I loved how, as I was standing at the door and people were leaving Reality Since Einstein, you had children maybe as young as 12, and then adults as old as, in their 80s, talking about physics as they left the room. This is on a night on people's weekends that they'd gone out to a talk to learn about 100 years of physics research, and they were coming out of it discussing amongst themselves about their understanding of physics and what parts of it were really cool to them. That is awesome, to be able to connect people in that way. My 10 minutes is up. I have done this. I've talked for 10 minutes about something or other. World Science Festival, yeah. And I'm gonna go edit now. It feels good to have sat down with a sort of purpose to what I'm going to say and just do it. See ya!